lead. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and our home team. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen in the booth. Riley Patterson on the field gets this thing going. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10.
Come on.
On the ground, here is the rookie from Michigan State. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 3.
Here we go. Let's go.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So it'll be first and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. From the shotgun, it's Milrow. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Hawk 70.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and a yard. They'll go play action with Milrow. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. A pickup of 12 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
A pickup of 21 on that connection. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Milrow. He's got it at the 3. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is first and goal. Milrow now off the bootleg.
First and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. Second and goal.
From the 1, second and goal.
19 Tiger. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That touchdown number 19 on the year. No problem there on the extra point. And the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Okay, ready?
That one is complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Falcon first down. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
37-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
From the 33, here's second and 6. They'll look to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Chig Okonkwo was the intended receiver.
Emmanuel
Third down coming up.
On the coverage.
Mustang 19. Go. 60 Bison, 65 cats.
Now they'll set up to throw. And on third down, that ball's incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And the Falcons are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Check the Eagle. Go. Ready.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Milrow. That's worthy. And he is out of bounds at the 45.
It's a gain of 18.
They get 18 on the pitch and catch. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
First and 10.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. 1 quarter in the books. The Bucs have the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this.
Ready up.
Second and 10.
Ready. Ready up.
Now it's Milroe. Moving outside the pocket. A throw there on second down. Going to be incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Mustang 19.
Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before third down.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready. 60 Eagles. 6 Dragon 60. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Here's Milroe to throw. This caught right side by Worthy. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Ready, break. 19, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Get it.
Now Milroe. Reaching for it. The tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70 Lions.
On second down, Milroe. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40s. Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate.
And the Bucs are going to have first and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
A loss of 3.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Got it. Ready?
Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal.
Come on. Hit. Gotta be lying. Steady.
Throwing is Milrow. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
On the ready.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Cowboy 80.
To the air, it's Milrow. And he will score! Jalen Milrow. Touchdown, Tampa. Now for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Buccaneers extend their advantage to 14-3.
Buccaneers 14. Falcons 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. And he goes nowhere. Buried back at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
60 Eagles. Cowboy 80.
On the give, this is their fullback, and he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
Come on now, that's just unfair. You're asking them to stop a fullback cold. All he needed was a couple inches to pick up the 1st down. Mike, I think if they run that play 10 different times, he's moving the chains.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Room to run at the 40. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
On the ready. Mustang 19. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. An inside give here to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
brings up 2nd and 1 at the 26-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
60 Bisons, Buffalo 80. Exploit them here on this run. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks, go!
He'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
That's a 25-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
1979 Broncos. Get up. Cowboy 80. Viking 18. 18, Pioneer.
Back to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Panther 11. 19.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. To the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
On the ready. Check, Bobcat. Here we go, check. Bronco 80.
Milrow from his own end zone. That's into the hands of Worthy.
To Xavier Worthy. A 6-yard pickup.
So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
20-yard line.
Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd
Here's
and 2.
2nd and 2.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, smash.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 2. You're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss at 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
60 Eagles, 79 Broncos.
And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Toronto first down.
60.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
At the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Set. Cougar 70 Rangers.
Now this time he'll set up to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. DeAndre Lambert-Smith. Touchdown, Toronto. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. Go for 2. They'll throw out of the gun. Forced to his right. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
At the 33-yard line.
Milrow. Trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
For his running back.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
It is 3rd and long.
Cougar 19. Warriors 70. 19 Lions. 7 Pirates. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Milrow. He's going to take a shot down the field. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 32 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Falcons have come up with the recovery.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
18 Cardinal. Panther 11. 79 Broncos.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll get this out to the left flat. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Cougar 19.
incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Fielded at the 9. And it winds up a very solid return as he gets it up past the 30.
Ready.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready? 19 tight. 19 tight. Press on ladies. Mustang 19. Ready?
From the gun, it's Milrow. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
13 yards on the play.
A pickup there of 13. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle.
The ball carried by number 2. He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Ready? Go!
Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll try and throw for it with Milrow. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready?
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, it's Milrow. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Got it. Ready?
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Start.
Now it's Milrow. Out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Here's Milroe to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down.
Dragon 6, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now Milroe. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, he'll run it. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw. The throw here is complete. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here comes 2nd and 4.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Come on.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's got 20 on the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Falcons 11.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
On the set.
Now a run on first down. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance both run and pass.
And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that first down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So third down coming up. They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's got it at the 7. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
And the Toronto first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
After 60, after 60. 60 back. Chop 60, chop 60.
Now they'll set up to throw. Out to his right. A big mistake. It was first and goal, and it's intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but that is a good return. They'll set up shop at the 30-yard line.
Hawk 70, 19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 60 Eagles.
They'll drop to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. It's second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
70 Lions. Let's go. Cougar 19. Timberwolves.
To the air, it's Milrow. He'll get this out to his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Now the return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Bronco 80. Buffalo 18. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
That's good for a Toronto.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here comes second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
He'll get this out wide. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 30 yards.
60, chop 60, chop 60.
He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but that is a good return. They'll set up shop at the 30-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Cowboy in. Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Milroe. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
70, Dragon 60. Ready. Warriors 70.
It's first down, and they'll run. And that one going to be closed down the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. Throwing is Milroe. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6.
At their own 6-yard line.
They'll stick to the ground.